Hello, no proper intro in today's video, sorry. The gameplay will be normal. My state is currently in lockdown again, which means I am working more, and finding quiet times to record is hard. I am testing Portable Hole. The deck list is in the description. I hope you enjoy the video despite this intro.
Alrighty, we've lost the die roll. One lander that's susceptible to Thoughtseize, because we've got the Aether Vial. But then we have two looks at the land I'm going to keep. Misty Rainforest. They crack it, get themselves a forest, run out a Noble Hierarch. Pass to us. Okay, so we drew the land, so I'm going to take Portable Hole out for a spin. Take their Noble Hierarch. Pass the turn there. Waterlogged Grove into a Blighted Agent. Okay, so we're fighting against Infect. Let's just evoke Solitude now. Take it out. Go to our turn. Skyclave Apparition is a very good draw. Stoneforge. Let's get Kaldra. Pass the turn there. Inkmoth Nexus. They're passing to us. Land is fantastic. Let's run out the Aether Vial. Stoneforge. Put down the Kaldra. Go to combat and swing in for 5. No blocks from our opponent. We pass to them. They animate the Inkmoth. Mutagenic Growth on the Inkmoth. They swing in for 3. We take it. 3 Infect counters. Go to our turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 6. Opponent takes it down to 6. Then we're going to run out Expedition Map. Crack the map. Get ourselves a Ghost Quarter. Play the Ghost Quarter. Do we just try for blowing up the Inkmoth Nexus now? Yeah? Alright, that worked. Well done. Never expected that line when I put the expedition map in the deck, but you know what? I'm glad it's there. They get themselves a forest and we pass the turn. And opponent scoops it up. Alright, to the sideboard against Infect. Feast and Famine, I guess. Don't really have anything, do we? Pithing Needle can name that land. Pendlehaven. Guess we can cut an Aether Vial. Or do we cut? I don't think we can cut the Aether Vials in this list, actually, with the Urza Sagas. Might just be Maul and Hex Parasite. Shadowspear means that even if they give Hexproof, we're not too worried. Alright, they get to go first this time. Don't
try it!
Well... Okay, hear me out. I know it's a one-lander. We have the Solitude. Okay. Keeping. Alright, they run out a Noble Hierarch. Let's see what we draw. We do draw the land. Okay, Plains, Giver of Runes. Let's evoke the Solitude, getting rid of Thalia, taking out the Noble Hierarch. Pass the turn there. Dryad Arbor. And a Pithing Needle. Names Stoneforge Mystic with the Pithing Needle. Okay. Passes to us. Plains. We'll run out Thalia. Pass the turn there. Inkmoth Nexus. Run out a Glistener Elf. They're passing the turn there. Plains. Okay. Let's just run out Skyclave. We go after the Infect creature. I think we go up to the Pithing Needle. Pass the turn there. Another Pithing Needle. Okay. No attacks from our opponent. Second Stoneforge is nice. Let's run out Stoneforge number 1. Let's get Sword of Feast and Famine. Let's run out the second Stoneforge Mystic. Let's get Sword of Fire and Ice. Pass the turn there. Yeah, no need to attack just yet. No attacks from our opponent, and they pass to us. Archon of Emeria certainly helps our situation. Let's run that out. Pass the turn there. Yavimaya. Okay. Each land is a forest as well. Good to know. No attacks, and they pass to us. Another Stoneforge. Go to combat. Swing in with the Flyer. They take hit. Run out Sword of Fire and Ice. Pass the turn there. Breeding Pool. They pay the 2 life, but unfortunately Archon makes it enter tapped, so thanks for that. Animating the Inkmoth Nexus. Scale up on the Inkmoth Nexus. Okay. They swing in for 6 Infect. Well, unfortunately we have to take it. Go to our turn. Flickerwisp. Let's equip Thalia. Go to combat. Swing in. Opponent's going to block with the Glistener Elf. Run out of Stoneforge. Get ourselves a Kaldra. Pass the turn there and see if we're dead. They're animating the Inkmoth. Distortion Strike, so it can't be blocked. Okay. They swing in for 2. 8 Infect. Pass to our turn. Portable Hole. Can we win? We can get them to 1. Portable Hole. Have to pay an extra 1. Take away the Pithing Needle. Kaldra into play. Give Thalia pro green. Go to combat. Swing in with everything and see what happens. Maths was never my strong suit. Alright, they are blocking. Deal 2 damage to their face. Do we draw Ghost Quarter? We draw Solitude. Well, okay. There's a chance. Pass the turn there. Now, Distortion Strike is rebounding, and if they cast it, we're in the clear with Solitude. They are casting it. Well, we'll get rid of the Flickerwisp for Solitude. Target that Inkmoth. Ooh, got there against the Infect player. Very nice. Was that 2 1-landers? That was 2 1-landers, I believe. I'm very happy with that. All right, I think we can keep this one. Flooded Strand from our opponent, and they pass. Let's go Plains, attempt an Aether Vial, resolves, pass the turn there. They crack in the Flooded Strand for a Watery Grave tapped. Another Flooded Strand. And they pass the turn there. Aether Vial ticking up. Urza's Saga is certainly interesting. Let's give that a go. Urza Saga. Let's run out Thalia. Pass the turn there. They crack in the Flooded Strand. And the Hallowed Fountain tapped. Go into their turn. Field of Ruin. Okay. They spend the whole turn getting rid of this Urza Saga. I'll be so happy. They do. Okay. Get myself a Plains. Put a Giver of Runes into play. Aether Vial ticking up. Another land. Okay. Let's just play Castle Ardenvale. Swing in for 2. Run out the Giver of Runes. Pass the turn there. Sunken Ruins. And they're just happy passing. Oh, they're trying to gain control of my Aether Vial. Activate it in response. Put a counter on it so they can't use Snapcaster Mage. Another land. Not too happy with that. Let's play Silent Clearing. Let's crack it to draw. Another copy of Aether Vial. Not the worst. Let's play it. Go to combat and just swing in for 2. Now, unfortunately, that means we can't blink them off a land. So if they can play a white land next turn, we are in board wipe range. Keeping the Aether Vial on 3. Drowned Catacombs. Jace the Mind Sculptor. What's Jace doing? Brainstorming with Jace. They're passing to us. Aether Vial ticking up. Stoneforge Mystic. Let's play Plains. Let's run out the Flickerwisp now. Target the Aether Vial. This means even if they have Skyclave, they have to do it now. They didn't have it. Okay. Let's go to combat. Let's kill the Jace the Mind Sculptor. Jace down. Aether Vial comes back to us. Pass the turn there. Glacial Fortress. Pass to us. Aether Vial's ticking up. Let's play Silent Clearing. Go to combat. Opponent's going to Cryptic Command. And because of the annoying interface in MTG, I can't actually read what they're doing without opening the game log. So thanks, wizards. Yep. Tap and draw. Okay. Just pass the turn there. Island from our opponent. Archmage's Charm on our Aether Vial that's on 2. Okay. Pass to us. Didn't put the Stoneforge in because the Giver of Runes were tapped. We will tick up our Aether Vial now. Plains is good. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 5. Could have made a human there as well, couldn't we? Not playing my best. Let's run out Skyclave. Let's take our Aether Vial. Pass it there. Watery Grave. Tapped. Passing to us. Activate Aether Vial. Put a Stoneforge Mystic into play. Use its ability. I think we just get a Sword of Fire and Ice here. I think that does enough damage without opening us up to Archmage's Charm. Aether Vial can go up to 3. There's a Saga, not bad. Let's activate Stoneforge. Sword of Fire and Ice. Let's equip it to Thalia. Go to combat. Opponent's got another Cryptic. Let's give Stoneforge Pro Black. Oh, sorry, Thalia Pro Black. And Flickerwisp Pro White. Sure, you tapped our board again. And now I'm going to play an Urza Saga. And I'll pass to you. Swamp from our opponent. They pass to us. Aether Vial staying on 3. Solitude, not bad. Urza Saga ticking up. Go to combat. Opponent has the Snapcaster. Let's crack a Silent Clearing to draw. Snapcaster Mage hits a Cryptic Command. Tapping and drawing again. Let's give Thalia Pro Black. Let's give Flickerwisp Pro White. Play another copy of Urza Saga. Pass the turn there. Castle Vantris into a Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Ticking it up. Fatal Push on the Thalia now. They're going to untap 2 lands. Going to make us sacrifice a creature and create a 1/1. Sacrifice Stoneforge. Let's use Urza Saga to make a construct. Go to our turn. So if we make constructs this turn, we don't have enough to Hex Parasite the Teferi away. Let's keep Aether Vial on 3. We draw them all. Let's tap the Saga for mana. Get ourselves a Hex Parasite. Let's take 5 counters off the Teferi. Cast Solitude, evoking. We will take out the Spirit. Let's give the Construct Pro Blue. Let's try and give Skyclave Pro Blue. Go to combat. Swing in. And it takes it down to 1. Pass the turn there. We should have equipped the sword. I'm forgetting what I'm doing. Forgetting what I'm doing. Sword would have been really good there, to put it lightly. Path to Exile on my Skyclave. Okay, I'll get a land and a token, thank you. It probably means they have a board wipe, but that's okay. Vindicate on the Construct, okay. And now you have no cards in hand. Thank you. All right, we should have equipped the sword and we should have won there. It turned out it didn't matter. Against Control, Feast and Famine. I think Kaldra might have to go away. Not sure. Pithing Needle in. We worried about Sharks, in which case Seal of Cleansings could be good. We'll bring in 2. Think we can cut the portable holes here. Bring in the Solitudes over the portable holes. Guess we can keep this one. Blooded Strand. No, passing. Silent Clearing. Do we go for it? Don't think we do. Let's just pass the turn there. They crack the Flooded Strand, get a Hallowed Fountain tapped, get a Polluted Delta, and they pass to us. Castle Ardenvale. Well, Urza Saga. Run out Thalia. Resolves. Okay. Cracking the Polluted Delta. Watery Grave. Untapped. Fatal Push. Okay. Surgical Extraction on our Thalia. Interesting. Polluted Delta, and they're just passing. Okay. Counter on our Urza Saga to play the Ghost Quarter and pass. Cracking the Polluted Delta, getting another Hallowed Fountain, and they're happy just passing to us. So we'll just make a token, and then we'll just make another token. Now, potentially they have another copy of Surgical. Didn't bring in my Graveyard Hate. I didn't bring in my Graveyard Hate. Let's go for the Expedition map. Push the issue. Go to combat. Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Going for another Surgical on my Urza Saga? Sure are. And if I could have got a Relic there, that would have been good. Swing in for 3. Opponent's going to take it. Let's play Ghost Quarter. Run out Pithing Needle. Name Jace the Mind Sculptor. Pass it there. Now they can deal, if they can deal with our board, we'll be okay, I guess. I guess. Let's Solitude now. Getting rid of Seal of Cleansing. Let's take out the Snapcaster Mage. Kaya's Guile. Okay, sack the tapped construct. Go to my turn. Let's play Sword of Fire and Ice. Castle Ardenvale. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Opponent blocks with the Spirit. Passes there. Does nothing. Passes to us. Flickerwisp. Okay, let's play Silent Clearing. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Opponent takes it. Pass the turn there. Archmage's Charm. Okay, they wanted us to equip the Sword of Fire and Ice to the construct, I guess. But we would still control the Sword of Fire and Ice. So we would have dealt 2 damage to them and drawn a card. That would have been really funny. Shame I didn't think of it. They play a Glacial Fortress. Fracturing Gust. Okay. Gain a bunch of life, opponent. Make a human. Go to our turn. Hope there's no Force of Negation. Sword of Feast and Famine resolves. Solitude could still get us. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Wow. Okay, we hit them. They have to discard. They discard a Swamp. Just pass the turn there. Play an Island. Just seem pretty happy passing the turn there. We will make another human. Go to our turn. Giver of Runes. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 4. Oh, they're gaining control. Okay. So now they take 1. Let's play Giver of Runes. Play Giver of Runes. Pass the turn there. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay. Fatal Push on a Giver of Runes. Sure thing. Goes to combat. They attack. Okay. No blocks from us. Sword of Feast and Famine. Let's tap our lands. Oh, no. Unlike the other one, we don't. We still have to discard. Ah, well. That's fine. Let's make another human. Opponent's using Jace. I think our life total's getting a bit low, so I'm going to crack the Silent Clearing to draw. There we go, that's better. Go to our turn. Solitude. Let's play the Plains. Let's equip a human with the Sword of Feast and Famine. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Attack Jace. Opponent's pathing our Giver of Runes. Okay, get ourselves another Plains tapped. Jace down. Pass the turn there. Engineered Explosives on 0. Okay, they swing in for 1. We'll just take it. Popping the explosives now. Okay, go to our turn. Flickerwisp. We just pass the turn here? I think we do. Pass it there. Opponent's doing nothing. Let's make some tokens. Go to our turn. Let's equip our human with Sword of Feast and Famine. Go to combat. Snapcaster Mage for a Kaya's Guile. Okay. Sure, they make a sacrifice. Let's run out Flickerwisp. Take out the Spirit. Pass the turn there. Polluted Delta from our opponent. They crack it. Sells a Watery Grave untapped. Whatever could this be? And they scoop it up. Can't beat the Flickerwisp. All right, there we go. Took down control. Alrighty, we've lost the die roll. We're going to mulligan this one. Think we can keep this one? Put Kaldra back. Stomping Ground from our opponent, untapped. Into an Arbor Elf. Okay. Pass to us. Let's play a Ghost Quarter. Pass the turn there. Wooded Foothills. Yep, they crack the Wooded Foothills. Get themselves a forest. And suspend Search for tomorrow. Suspend 2 searches of tomorrow. Okay. And then they're going to swing in for 1. Well, we'll just take the 1. Go to our turn. Urza Saga. Going to play the Plains, and I'm going to run out my Thalia. Pass the turn there. Nothing from our opponents. Portable Hole. Let's play Urza Saga. Portable Hole. Take out the Arbor Elf. Opponent's trying to tap and untap the forest. If we Ghost Quarter now, we just give them the land anyway. Okay. Hello. Wolfweir Avenger. They couldn't wait for us to attack because of the Portable Hole, so that's cool, I guess. Let's just pass the turn there. All right, so we're versing some sort of fancy werewolf deck. Not even werewolf, wolf deck. Okay. Search for tomorrow, they have to pay 1. Search for tomorrow, they have to pay 1. They swing in for 3. We're going to take it. Down to 16. Go to our turn. Another Portable Hole. Okay. Urza Saga ticking up. Play a Plains. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Pass the turn there. Windswept Heath. They crack it, get themselves a forest. They swing in for 3. We're just going to take it. Countryside Crusher. Okay, well now our opponent is officially playing the coolest deck ever. Use Urza Saga, make a construct. Shadowspear in hand, hey? So use Urza Saga, make another construct. So it's either Expedition Map or Hex Parasite. Let's go for the Hex Parasite here. Play Silent Clearing, run out our Shadowspear, go to combat, swing in for 5, opponent takes it, pass the 10 there. Alright, now they get to reveal a bunch of cards. I only got to reveal 2. They got a Primordial Hydra to hand, and a Galta. Okay, in a little bit of trouble here. Ooh, just a little bit. Perhaps Expedition Map would have been a better choice. Stoneforge Mystic. So Countryside Crusher basically guarantees a spell next turn. Let's run out Stoneforge. Let's tutor up Kaldra. Let's equip Construct with a Shadowspear. Pass the turn there. Countryside Crusher gonna do its thing. Gets another Hydra. You know what's great about Hydras? They die very easily to portal holes. No attacks from our opponent. Okay, we draw a land. Very nice. Let's play Plains. Let's run out a portable hole. Take away the Hydra. Then I think we just pass the turn. No point spinning up Kaldra just yet. Countryside Crusher does its thing, reveals an Arbor Elf. Pia Kiranala. How interesting. Sure, they get some artifacts. No attacks and passing. Okay. Stoneforge Mystic doing its thing. Let's run out Kaldra. Go to our turn. Another Thalia. Let's run out Stoneforge. Put a Fire and Ice into the play. Let's chuck it on the Germ. Go to combat. Swing in for 7. And opponent scoops it up. Can't beat the Germ. Let's bring in Feast and Famine, Batterskull. We want to try Out of Time. They did get an awful lot of creatures going. Let's get some Out of Times in there. Think against this one. We can trim some Thalias, trim an Aether Vial, run it back like that. All right, opponent gets to go first. This is a really good hand we're going to keep. Wooded Foothills. They crack it, get themselves a forest, and suspend a Search for Tomorrow. Okay, go to our turn. Just in respect for land destruction and Blood Moon, we're going to lead on Silent Clearing into Give of Runes. Pass it there. Search for Tomorrow, ticking down. Stomping Ground, untapped. Seal of Fire. They sack it, destroying the Giver of Runes. Okay, pass to us. Shadowspear in hand. Let's play Urza Saga. Go for a Stoneforge Mystic. Search up the Kaldra. Pass the turn there. Search for Tomorrow, coming off suspend. Get themselves a mountain, play a forest, suspending another Search for Tomorrow. All right, so Blood Moon Bolt is out. They pass to us, second Stoneforge, and Beast Withining the Urza Saga. Add mana, Stoneforge, Kaldra into play. Get a 3/3 token, play a Plains, run out a Hex Parasite, go to combat, swing in for 5. They take it down to 12. Not sure the Beast Within on the Urza Saga was a winning line, but I don't think they had many options, really. Shattering Spree. Yep, that doesn't kill Kaldra. Kaldra has the words indestructible on it, unfortunately. So they got rid of the Hex Parasite, and they passed to us. Flickerwisp. Let's play Ghost Quarter. Let's run out a Shadowspear, equip it to the Gem, go to combat, swing in for 10. Opponent takes it down to 2, pass the turn there. Opponent Search for Tomorrow, coming off suspend. Primal Command. I like that. That's really cool. Unfortunately, they didn't shuffle our library, so it's back on top. So if you want to guess what I'm going to do, I'm going to Stoneforge it back in, and because it has haste, I'm going to swing in for exactly lethal, and opponent scoops it up, sees what happens. That was a good move on their part. I think it was the only move they could have made, but unfortunately we didn't shuffle, and that'd be the match. Alrighty, Portable Hole Urza's Saga Taxes. What did we think? I do like Portable Hole. There's a lot it can hit. Can hit anything that Detention Vortex hits. I mean, Detention Vortex hits anything, but it can fulfill a similar role to the Detention Vortex, where if you were playing against Tron, you could hit their Expedition Map early. You could hit their Ren and 6 if you were playing against Jund. Get rid of Ragavans, and that's good. You don't give your opponent a land. It means we don't really need to run Leonin Arbiter because we have the Ghost Quarters to deal with Tron. We don't really care if they get a land after that. Doesn't interfere with our Stoneforge, means we get to run Urza Saga. The deck feels okay. We are running a lot of new cards, and by new I mean from like Modern Horizons 1 onwards, which I don't know if you would call new anymore, but it certainly feels new considering how old some of the others are. We've got cards from Modern Horizons 1, Modern Horizons 2, Dungeons and Dragons, Zendikar. Yeah, got lots of new cards. Certainly have been a lot of fun things in Taxes. Things we didn't get to see that I did actually get to do in testing. A Seal of Cleansing loop with Hall of Heliod's Generosity against Affinity was very fun. Against the same Affinity deck, they managed to spam their entire hand out on turn 1 or 2. 7 creatures on board. It was amazing. Casting Out of Time on our turn 3 and then just played as if their creatures didn't exist. I love Out of Time. I think Out of Time's really good because we can cast it even if we have creatures, and then we can use something like our Flickerwisp and make it leave. Then we can attack with our own creatures. In the end step, Out of Time comes back, makes everything phase out again, comes back with an extra counter because of the Flickerwisp, and we can keep our opponent's creatures at bay. I do really like Out of Time. I think it's the best we're going to get against aggro, go-wide strategies in mono-white for a long time. Urza Saga, still very strong. I'm not sure Taxes is the right shell for it, but it's definitely fun using things like Hex Parasite that we get off the Urza Saga to deal with opposing planeswalkers. Always feels very nice. Certainly gives us game against modular decks. We haven't come up against them yet, but certainly gives us game. And apart from that, we're just a strong Taxes list. You know, we're mono-white. We're running Solitudes, Flickerwisp, Archon of Emerias. Makes our opponent struggle to deal with our stuff. The Hall of Heliod's Generosity, being able to loop the Urza Sagas, is also very good. I got to do that against Control while I was practicing, and I was having so much fun I timed out. Definitely would have won the match, but we timed out of that one. And as for the matches we played, made some mistakes against the Control deck. Could have equipped our sword and won that turn, so we did give them an extra turn we didn't need to give them. Against Infect, that was a lucky draw of the Solitude. Very lucky indeed. We would have had a game 3, but it's good that we won it at 2-0. And then against the Hydra deck, I suppose, the big stompy deck, unfortunately we were just able to get in under them. They're playing in a really cool deck, but it's just not fast enough to beat what we're doing. I was worried they would have things like Blood Moon, but we were able to get around that even if they did have it. So that's the list. Let me know what you think. Do you like Urza Saga and Taxes? I'm not sure. I've got them, so I'm going to run them. How do you feel about Portable Hole? Does it replace Path? Or is it something that you can split with your Skyclave Apparitions to have come down early? Is it a pure sideboard card if you're taking out your Arbiters if you're still running them? How do you feel about Arbiter in general? Please let me know, because I actually really miss the little guy. And apart from that, I hope you've all had fun. And until next time, please continue having fun.